Alright, so I've been trying to 3-mark the Batchat, and I totally failed 3-marking the Batchat. I'm just gonna talk about why, and basically my opinions on 3-marking tanks, because this really triggered me. So this is one of the games where I totally screwed up, and I came here on Abby, and I thought that I would get some side shots in here and be protected. As we can see, I accidentally loaded a clip of heat, so I've kind of been screwing up my shots already. I just accidentally double tapped 2 and loaded heat for some reason, and I've been set on fire because the Batchat gets set on fire a surprising amount. And now I'm getting screwed because I thought my team would pressure up here enough to not let this 430 on my ass, and I try and run away, and I get set on fire twice. So this is the kind of game that I've been having in the Batchat. I've just been really screwing up just because I'm an idiot. I was just too aggressive here. And this was after I had gotten my mark to 94.5%, which is just like one good game away from 3-marking it. And then, ever since then, I've just been screwing myself over more, and it's now down to like 88 or 89%, and it's just really, really sad. But anyway, now I'll show you the game where I actually don't screw up. Alright, so this is the game where I actually don't fuck myself, and I do quite well. So it's Abby again, which I thought was appropriate. We're on the other spawn this time, and with my like quick no armor medium tanks like a Batchat, I like to play the 7-line right here. It's kind of a funny position, but I feel like Abby, if you're too aggressive early in the monastery, you can get punished, and it's kind of dangerous. And the 1-2 line, it really helps to have armor there, and the Batchat is just too vulnerable. So this position is pretty safe early on, and what you can do is you can climb up here, get some early shots. The enemy Batchat did the same and rushed up here, which is kind of inconvenient because now we've been spotted. So I'm just using these trees that I've knocked over, and we see this T55A, means we can aim in. And Batchat gun, so you gotta aim fully in, otherwise you'll miss. Now we're spotted, we don't want to get hit by the T30, so we're just playing it all safe. Now this matchup here, I like this matchup. It's part of like the new matchmaker system, I guess, where you have 5 top tier and then the rest another tier. It's good, I like this, but there's not enough of this. This is quite kind of rare from what I've been seeing on the North America West server. There's a lot of 13v13 games that I really don't like those. There's some 14v14s as well, and there's a lot where it's just pure tier 10s with like 3 RD on each side, and it's just really cancer. It's not good for farming damage when I want to get these 3 marks. So this game was quite refreshing to see this matchmaker. Now I just finished off dumping my clip there. So that was good. We got every single shot from our clip penned, which is really nice in the Batchat. And there's no reason really to leave here, because we're just going to reload, and this is probably the best place that we can be right now. We don't want to put our tank in excess risk like we did the other game where I just screwed up. So this T49 is kind of being useless there because he's not actually spotting them, so I'm trying to hint that I want him to move out of the way, and he does, which is good. So we spot the T30. I don't think I'm spotted there. I back off just in case, but I'm not. So I'm free to start clipping, and by the time he gets ready to shoot me, he's done. So there we go. We still have 3 shells left, so we want to see what else we can do. I make the mistake of coming up there. I was a little too aggressive. But this 1390, which is now a tier 9. He's hiding behind some wrecks over there, but we get a nice shot in. And we just missed that one. So, we've basically, at this point, we've kind of lost the 2-3, looks like, because it looks like our team is just camping all at the back. It's kind of strange. I guess they're running away at this point because they've lost. And we've basically lost the mid, but we have this side of the map, which is more useless, so the enemy team is in a better position. But my clip is nearly reloaded, and we've got some enemies in the open, which is quite convenient, although this guy's going to get away. So at this point, I don't want to just YOLO in and die, as I have been doing lately in the Batchat, and I've screwed over my mark. But this is before I screwed over my mark progress. So I'm just waiting for an opportunity here. And here's the opportunity presents itself as this guy just drives right into the open. We track him there. And then the last shot I just aim for center mass. Let me take him out. Now with my last 2 shells I want to see if I can hit the TVP, but we missed that one. So at this point we're at 4.2k damage, and 600 assist, which is almost good enough to move the mark up. So we still wanna try and get a little bit more. I take the reload because I'm not going to get any more shots right now. And I can see that the enemy team is going to be crossing this gap here. So they're going to be pushing towards our base, or towards the middle. And they have to come down off the 1-2 line and cross the open. So I just want to stay in this position. It's really strong right now. Unfortunately, we get spotted from the TVP going in the mid, so we just want to back off. But these guys are kind of distracted right now, so we're not getting shot on the side. And we just want to make sure these shots pen. IS-7 on the side, good enough. I want to try and take out that 57, but we don't have a shot. So I just keep clipping into this guy. There we go. And these are some nice shots. Trying to get the drive wheel of the IS-7. And we're just going to take the blind shot. So at this point, the problem is that I have 6 APCR left and 5 heat left. So we're obviously going to load the heat, because there's a Panzer 7 coming in, and you're going to need heat for that. But there's quite a lot of HP left on the enemy team, and I don't have that many shells, which is going to be a problem. So at this point, I'm just sitting here. There's nothing really going to spot me anymore because the TVP died, and we're just waiting to reload. And I want to see if I can get this Panzer 7. So unfortunately, we bounce that off the lower plate. But we should pen the rest of these. That goes right into the cheek there. There's a weak spot on the Panzer 7, right up in the cheek. Fortunately, I bounced that. I probably shouldn't have taken that shot, but, you know, I seem to make a lot of mistakes these days. Shake my head. Anyway, we've got up to over 6,500 damage, which is pretty good. And we're capping, but I really don't think we're going to win by that cap at this point. Yeah, that guy just died. So what I want to do is I see that their tanks that were down here, I thought they were going to cross to the base, but they actually just went up into the monastery into the middle here. So that means that I can go back into our base and get behind this Panzer 7, which is what I want to try and do. And here I only have 6 shells left. Batchat has a 5 round clip. So this is kind of a problem at this point for me, and I should have been more careful earlier and not wasted my shots as much. So it looks like this Panzer 7 here, he has predicted that we were going to come back here, which is smart of him, and he's kind of backed himself into a corner. So all I want to do is wait for him to give me a shot that I can penetrate. So this T-49 is going to distract him, which is good, and as soon as he gives us a shot, we're going to take it. So there we go. Now we can just, there we go, we hit his drive wheel, and we just want to aim this one in all the way. I pick up the kill. So, he spots us, we want to get in cover, and we have 2 shells in the magazine and 3 shells left, which is, like, terrible. It's basically, I can't win the game at this point by myself, so I need to rely on my allies staying alive. So, I'm going to be delit now. I just wanted to come here and spot what's in the middle, and we can get a shot on this IS-7. I really need to take him out. So, right above the track and under the spaced armor, we get him. Now I have 1 shell magazine, 2 shells left, which, as you can see, there's 4 enemy tanks, so it's not really going to work. Now this is the big problem with the Batchat. As you can see, I have full hit points, but I just don't have the ammo, and that's a big problem when you need to carry these games. Now I'm not taking that. Like, if I had more ammo, I would be taking all those shots at the T10. But we found one that was for sure going to penetrate, so I took it there, and now we're over 8,000 damage, which is really good. Definitely going to move my mark up a lot. And now I start getting clipped in the side by the U1, so he's definitely in the 1-2 line. I just want to stay away from him, and I'm waiting until I'm about delit now, and I'm going to run away. So, 4 enemy tanks left, 1 shell left, and we have a friendly T-49. So the T-49, he's just kind of hanging out over there. I tell him in chat that I have 1 shell, because I need him to do all the work. I need him to do the shooting, and I can just take some hits for him. So that's the only way really to win at this point, because we can't cap. They have a 1390 and T10 E1. They're too fast. They can come back and reset us, so we need to kill them. So this T49, he seems to have been here the whole game, which is a little concerning. But I really need him to do all the damage at this point. So this T10's crossing through our base, coming to chase after me. We basically just have to ignore him, and then there's this 1390. Yeah. So basically, our T49 just suicides, misses his shot, suicides into the 1390. I would have taken the shot there, but I saw him shoot, and then he got rammed, so it was a little too late. And I wanted to save my shell. I wanted the T49 to do all the killing. And now it's us versus 3 tanks with 1 shell. So there's nothing we can really do at this point, apart from run away and try and get a draw, or cap. But capping, it's pretty much hopeless, because the enemy tanks are too fast, and there's only takes a minute 40 seconds with one person. So I mean, I'm gonna try because it's the only thing I can really do. And the E1 is spotted in the middle, and we've got good camo, so he's not gonna see us right away. So that means that the T10 is likely going to be coming up the 8-9 line behind me, and the 57 will probably be also coming from the middle. So I just want to stay here behind this this wreck of the Waffenpanzer. Yeah, E1 spotted again. I want to see if I can get a shot. Like, if I had more ammo, I would be taking all of these shots, but I don't. And 57, who is also a 1-shot, pops up, so I need to get out of there. Oh man, like, I had, at that point I had so many hit points left, nearly full hit points. Now I have like half, but that if I had a full magazine, some more ammo, I could have just gone and clipped all these guys out so easily. But it's the Batchat. It's really sad. It does not have enough ammo for situations like this. And this is where I make another mistake. I should have killed the T-57 right here, but I'm a total moron, and I just panic and I take the shot at the cheek of the turret, which the T-57 turret is really finicky. It has a lot of points where you can pen, but it has angles where it just is auto ricochet. And I should have held that shot and taken another point, or just ran away and kept my shell. Not that there was not that it would have changed the outcome of the game, but I would have gotten some more damage and a kill. So anyway, there's nothing I can do now. I'm just kind of running around. I'll speed it up here. So I just drive over here, spot the T10 coming to the cap. It's 3 minutes left. He can cap well in 3 minutes. My plan here was to try and get the draw by sitting underneath this this ridge here, and when the cap was about to go to 100%, I was going to try and ram him and then get a reset, but that was just kind of like the Hail Mary last chance. So I'm just going to come around the other side here, but the E1 spot in the middle. If I had ammo, I would kill him right now, but I don't have ammo, so there's nothing I can do, and he's just going to kill us. So that was just sort of the disappointment that I've been having over the past few days trying to 3-mark the Batchat. This game brought it up to 94.5%, and then I proceeded to go full retard and play like a potato, and it's now like 88.9 or something. Really sad. It's just really depressing. You know, I 3-marked the 140 the other week, which was doable, but that chat's proving to be a little bit harder. And something else is that the Batchat, I've been getting set on fire a lot because the fuel tanks are right here in the back where these hatches are. So whenever you're poking out to shoot people in the Batchat, you usually poke out with your back first because it's a remounted turret, and then you run away. And I've been getting shot in the back a lot doing that and getting set on fire. And I don't run a fire extinguisher because I run food. Because food's coffee. Coffee is really important for your view range and your gun handling. So I don't want to drop the coffee. But I could replace the medkit with a fire extinguisher in the last patch, but in this patch there's the stupid stun mechanic which they added, which I think is moronic. It's actually just a buff to artillery at this point because they fire so much faster and they're more accurate. But that's a whole nother topic. So you need the medkit nowadays because the stun, and the repair kit, you always need a repair kit. So I can't really put the fire extinguisher with food right now, which is it's really kind of frustrating, and I don't know what I'm going to do. Alright, here's the stats for that game. We did get an ace tanker, high caliber tank sniper for stat padding in the back and bush. We had 8,645 damage, which is pretty huge. That's the most damage I've ever done in a Batchat, and like one of the most damage I've ever done, period. So that's pretty good. It could have been more if I wasn't an idiot that shot T-57 Heavy's turrets, but you know, it was still a great game, so I'm not like that unhappy about it. It's just that this brought my mark up so close, and then I just screwed up. So I'm just a little bit salty at the Batchat right now. Hopefully I'll get it one day. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.
Background, another signal that for all of that resistance, for all of that opposition, Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President